Aquarius, how are you guys doing? I really hope that this reading finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Studio. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello. And for those of you who have been here a long time, welcome back. So as usual, this is going to be a relationship spread, meaning that you could always apply this with anyone in your life. It could be with your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, exes, crushes, fiance, family members, anyone. I am basically just going to be picking up your relationship energy in general, all right? And don't forget to also check your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign. Because for me personally, I realized that with my readings, I resonate much more with my Venus sign rather than my sun sign, because probably because my Venus is in the 8th house, along with my North Node. I don't really know, but if it doesn't resonate, then it just doesn't resonate, all right? There's so many amazing, talented tarot readers out there for you to just click and watch. So, how have you guys been up to, Aquarius? What's your overall energy? You have the Hangman, you have the Five of Swords, you also have the Eight of Swords. So I feel like if you're only dealing with one person, there's like a lot of, but I feel like it's much more certain, you know, the action that you're about to do though. Because you feel like you tried, I mean, Hangman is a very understanding card because it's a card of trying to be understanding towards another person. It's a card of trying to be, it's a passive energy. Okay, I'm going to be waiting right here. I'm really optimistic. And while I'm waiting right here, I'm going to be trying to understand your point of view. So if you're, like, this is for example, okay, don't hate me, cross-watcher, for this. But this is just for like example. If you're dealing with somebody who has like a little bit of a bad boy or bad girl type of tendencies, you try to sympathize with them by saying like, oh, probably this, they're like this because of how they've been brought up. So you're trying to, I'm not going to say you're trying to make excuses, but you're trying to sympathize and empathize with them. You're trying to understand their point of view, not only the result of their actions, but the root of it. You know what I mean? So that's what you've been trying to do. And the more you do this, the more you realize that that process of becoming the Hangman is actually creating you like a lot of Eight of Swords. Because Aquarius are overthinkers, right? You're air signs. So I feel like it's like 70% of you right now is just kind of like ready to cut somebody off. Like the Five of Swords. It's when they come to you with an argument or whatever, like you're trying to upwind them, like, nah, I'm done. Like, you remember, I did this in the past and you did this to me in the now. So, you know, that Five of Swords, it's kind of like quite harsh, but I feel like it's necessary for you to be doing that because there's so many unspoken words. There's so many bottled up emotions that you have deep within you that has not been expressed yet. And the more that you contain it within, the more that you're going to be feeling this way. You know, the more that you be feeling that Eight of Swords, it might actually already manifested into physical illness. Like you could be having like a lot of heat in your body, or you could have like a lot of headaches, or you're sluggish at work, or you cannot seem to be thinking clear because you have like a lot of fogs in your head. It's because of those too many unspoken words, too many bottled up feelings that you are carrying within you, and it's burdensome. You know what I mean? It has to come out. It's one way or another. Because if not, like, I'm not kidding you, Aquarius, like you have the Magician card in reverse. So it has to do with your self-esteem and your self-worth as well. That will then hampers your creativities, your ideas, your originality, your authenticity, and everything like that. So just be careful with that energy. Like, it really has to come out, and it might come out in a blow-up manner, or it could actually come out through a healthy communication type of manner. But it has to come out. Stop carrying those things. It's not healthy, okay? So what is challenging in this relationship is the Seven of Wands in reverse and also the Six of Pentacles. So Seven of Wands in reverse talks about somebody who has their walls high up. And because it's the overall challenge, I could not really pinpoint who is doing what to who. But the Seven of Wands is just somebody who has like a big, gigantic ass walls. And one of the reasons why they have their walls is because deep down inside, they're very fragile. You know, you notice how people who has the biggest walls is somebody who is so sentimental, somebody who is so emotional. Yeah, it's because of that. So whoever this is somebody who is actually deep down inside is very sensitive, is very emotional, is very sentimental. And the second challenge of this relationship is the Six of Pentacles. So there's an unequal give and take. Effort given is not as same amount as the effort taken, if that makes sense. So there's no equal give and take in here. And And you guys, I mean, in the past, you guys keep having like a recurring issues in terms of Six of Cups and reverse. So it could literally be somebody exes keep on poking into the relationship. So that's the first interpretation. The second interpretation is the bitter memories of the relationship, the hurt that you've caused to one another is way too much that when things go wrong, yeah, or even, no, not even when things go wrong, like when things are right and something triggers either you or them, like, oh shit, now I remember when Aquarius did this. And you also like this, you're also like that. Like something triggers as you watch a movie or you listen to a song, you're like, oh, now we're good. But I remember when a person did me dirty like this, you know, there's type of stuff. Again, as I said, because of all those unspoken words are not healthy to be contained inside. Okay? Oh, yeah, what I mean by the ex person, somebody's exes keep popping up. So it could literally be like you have an ex who's still present in your life or keep popping back up, and then this person doesn't really like it, but that's kind of like a recurring theme. Or it could be their exes, or they fucked up your relationship with somebody, and then that person keeps on recurring, stuff like that. So there's two interpretations to that. But in the past, you guys are still being very, very optimistic about it. They're much more like the fuck it type of energy, like the Fool card. So there's like it's with or without you, but they're being detached in the past because they're like the High Priestess. So they try to be observant of you in a very, very macroscopic manner. So they're trying to not be so in love or not so being so in hate, not so black and white, but they're trying to be gray. Okay, because they were in a position where they want to be freeing themselves. So it's either they want to take a giant leap of faith with you, or they want to take a giant leap of faith out of you, if that makes sense. So they were in that process, and you in the past, I feel like you were the only person who is holding on to this relationship like really, really tightly, because you had so many, like Seven of Pentacles. Like either you were pregnant with this person, or I mean, you're just so optimistic. Like the Seven of Pentacles in this particular deck of mine is really, really optimistic, because you feel like you've done all that you can think of, all the best of your capabilities for this relationship to work, and you feel like, well, good karma is going to be coming in your way. And I feel like also in the past, like you either planned them nice things, like if they ever come to you in a nice way, you prepared a letter or an email, or you literally have sent it to them, because you have that Seven of Pentacles and Princess of Pentacles there. So what is going on in the now? This person is kind of like similar to you. They have so many unspoken words that they wish to say to you. This is so complicated, Aquarius. This has got to be like the heaviest reading I've done all month. The Tower card in reverse. So many resentment, so many unspoken words. So many explosive things happening, you know what I mean? Like it's not even stable if you look at it in like a line or charts, whatever. It's kind of like highest high, lowest low, highest high, lowest low. It's never stable. And one of the reasons why is because they're like the Devil card. So the Devil card in this particular deck of mine talks about our shadow side. So when they might have like a lot of shadow side, they might have like a lot of insecurities, fear of abandonment, fear of rejections, all those stuff. Or they could, because the way that I see this Devil card is somebody who wants a relationship in a very, very deep Plutonian or Scorpionic type of, and this is not me dissing Scorpio, like not every Scorpio is like that, but like an 8th house team type of relationship, if that makes sense. Like a relationship that is so deep that it has so many attached to it. Like it has fear, it has jealousy, and this type of Devil card for me is also describing somebody like, you know, somebody who wants like a little bit of a drama in a relationship just because it makes them feel alive. It makes them feel validated in some ways. Simply because this person has an unhealthy ways of wanting attention. So they create some sort of drama to get attention out of you. So this person wants your attention. You've given them in the past, but they were kind of like quite attached towards you. And then now they really, really want your attention. But just be careful though, because there's so many resentment here from your side and from their side. And they're stalking the hell out of you. See, the Princess of Swords, like they're stalking the hell out of you, trying to find holes in which they can go into. Like they're highly obsessed. They're highly obsessed. It's like either they like you physically or they like how you guys are with them. They like how you sex them. They like how you kiss them. Something very, like, I don't know, like I don't even know how to describe how I feel right now, but it's just like that, yeah? And with you, you're like the King of Swords. Like you too have this book of sins about them. Look, the book of sins. What they've done to you, all those fucked up things that they've done to you. You've had them written like literally in your diary, in your notebook, or in your mental notebook, but you just remember, oh my God, I remember when this person fucked me over with this, da 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 da. They do, they have it, you know? They have the Tower card in reverse. They have to. So they really want your attention. And these resentment that's built up, and you wrote it down in your notebook or your mental notebook or whatever, is the leading factor of why you feel like you cannot do anything in this relationship any longer, because you have the Magician card in reverse. So meaning that you've lost creative ideas about how to make this relationship work and everything like that. Or to some Aquarius out there, you might be doing like a little bit of a mental mind games towards this person. Masa depan. So they have the Ace of Swords in the future. Three of Swords. Justice card. Emperor card. Six of Swords. Queen of Wands. Four of Pentacles. Okay, let's see Aquarius ini I feel like you will have the chance to actually say all the things that you're bottling up, you know what I mean? Because you have this Emperor card in here. Triggernya apa? So I'm so nosy, I'm sorry, but I've been really, really nosy this August. Triggernya apa sih? Yeah, you're going to have like a little bit of an explosive moment in the present moment. So if it's not happening now, like it's going to happen like really, really soon. A real explosive moment between the both of you. And then where you're going to be speaking out your truth, or the Emperor card, how you truly feel. So everything, again, Emperor card does not need to shout, just so you know, Aquarius, all right? So you could literally achieve the Emperor to be saying everything that you've been writing in your notebook in a healthy way. So Emperor doesn't need to shout. Emperor doesn't need to be mean. Emperor doesn't need to be condescending or even sarcastic. Because I know you guys are sarcastic. I have so many Aquarius best friends, and my daughter is Aquarius too. But anyway, try to do it in a healthy way. Okay? But this person is going to be listening to you though. But I feel like once everything in your notebook, everything that you know, it's going to get cut off again. Because my memory space is full. But once you say everything that you've been wanting to say, I feel like you've bring balance back into your life, because you have the Justice card in here. And I feel like once you say, like, you don't even want to hear their reactions. You don't even want to be listening to their response. You're just going to kind of like, finally, I was able to, you know, throw up everything that I've been feeling on my chest, on my shoulders, on my head. And now I'm just going to be, you know, planning a vacation or traveling, or I'm going to be focusing on things. Actually, like you're the Six of Swords. Like you don't want to be thinking much more about it, because at least you've spoken your truth. So this person is going to be contemplating on whatever it is that you've been communicating towards them, although it hurts them with the fact that, you know, you're like, and then you're gone. Because you're literally going to be like that. Like it's going to be an explosive moment, and then you're going to be speaking your truth, and then you're gone. Like Six of Swords, like gone with the wind. And they're like, what? Okay. Yeah, but I love the fact that it's necessary for you to be doing that, Aquarius. Like I really strongly suggest you, because in the future you guys are going to be the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is the energy of like it's going to make you feel much more beautiful about yourself, confident about yourself. Queen of Wands attract like a lot of opportunities and lucks and everything like that, so it's good. Okay, but if you're really done with this energy, it's healthy for you to be saying everything that you've been feeling, so that you can start off with a clean plate. And I feel like you guys are going to be meeting with either an air or a fire energy into your life, and then this person is going to be approaching you, but not in a fiery way. You know what I mean? Like they're trying to get to know you first from friends, and then in friends, and then they're trying to have like a little bit of a mental debate with you, intellectual debate with you. They're trying to be challenging you intellectually, and that's how they are showing their interest in you. And you have the Emperor card, so he's like, okay, fine. Stuff like that. And the person that you've been dealing with in the past, the person who fucked you over, I feel like this person is going to be the Three of Swords, knowing that they're going to be hurt, knowing that you've moved on from this person. Okay, so I'm going to cut it right here, and then I'm going to come back with the two people scenario. Bye. Okay, so I'm back. Let me take a moment. All right, so person A is somebody who you had a long list of history with, yeah? This person was detaching themselves away from you with the High Priestess, and you were still so very positive, optimistic with the Seven of Pentacles that they're going to be doing something about this relationship. You're still very optimistic that this relationship is going to grow, and Person B is somebody who took a giant leap of faith with you. Like this person was really interested in you, and with this person, you're kind of like being calculative with them, meaning that, okay, like you're interesting, okay, but I kind of like want to know, if I'm with you, do I have gains or do I have losses? Like I don't want to get fucked over again and again, so I have to be, you know, as realistic as I can be when it comes to this relationship and all those good stuff. Person B, the person, like the newer person right now, I think because you're not really giving them the attention that they want, and they kind of like see you as being flaky as a little, because you have the Magician card in reverse. I think based off of your calculation that you felt in the past, you feel like this relationship is not going to work because of your calculation. So you feel like, well, you know, like I could be just doing stuff, but I know that in the future it's not going to be resulting in something that I actually want. You know what I mean? So yeah, based off of your realistic calculations, you feel like you don't want to. So you're kind of like quite flaky towards them and everything like that. And then they got more curious with you with the Page of Swords. So they might try to find out more things about you or trying to stalk you or whatever. But that's the energy. I mean, you have two stalkers if you literally are dealing with two people, because both of these people want your attention. Okay, so in the future, person B, the newer person, I feel like this person is going to get hurt because, I mean, you're just going to walk away. You Six of Swords, like you don't care. You know what I mean? Because based off of your realistic calculation, it's not going to work. And person A is somebody who fucked you over so badly in the past, somebody who detached themselves and they were still highly optimistic about it. This person is kind of like quite your false twin flame if you think that this twin flame relationship is your false twin flame, because you got the Six of Cups in reverse in there. I just want to be saying it straight up, because I don't want to romanticize an unhealthy relationship. Okay, Aquarius, it's doing nothing for me and it's doing nothing for you. Yeah. So in the now, person B, somebody who, you know, you had a long history with, this person now feels quite abandoned. This person feels that you're no longer giving them the attention or the focus or the energy that you once did with them. I feel like with this person, you kind of like connect on a telepathic base. And I'm not romanticizing this, all right? But you kind of like connect them on a telepathic base up to the point that when you think about them, they feel it, you know, and they start to feel that you're no longer doing that to them. So they're like, oh, I kind of like feel disappointed. I kind of like feel abandoned by Aquarius right now. So now they're stalking you. They're everything, like they're still pretty obsessed, but I feel like you've closed your book. You have the King of Swords, so you have a long list of mistakes that they've done to you that like you're done. And then in the future, this person is going to be contemplating into doing something for you, and I feel like with this person, you're going to be ready. Like if this person ever come to you or trying to confront you or trying to be vulnerable towards you, you guys are really ready to speak your truth. You have the Emperor card, so you're in a much more better energy than you were in the past, because in the past, Emperor and Seven of Pentacles kind of like quite different. Emperor has an overprotective nature attached to its character, you know. So I feel like in the future, you guys are going to be much more protective towards your hearts, much more protective towards your time, much more protective towards resources. That's why I don't feel like you're going to get swayed as much as you did in the past, okay? So it's a very long reading. I've been doing long readings lately. I don't know why, but thank you so much for watching this video, Aquarius, and I hope you find like a lot of clarity that you've been looking for, and I hope you have a really, really great week ahead, all right? Bye-bye. I love you.